Howdy everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about shooting people in the leg. So presidential candidate Joe Biden just came out in the wake of the George Floyd incident, basically saying that why can't police officers shoot somebody in the leg versus the heart. I actually want to read to y'all from the New York Post what he actually said. I'm going to post this up on the screen. I want you to read it with me. It says, presumptive candidate, Democratic nominee Joe Biden suggested that police be trained to shoot individuals posing a threat to them, quote unquote, in the leg or in the heart. Let's go down a little bit. And I quote, instead, this is Joe Biden speaking, instead of standing there and teaching a cop when there's an unarmed person coming at them with a knife or something, shoot them in the leg instead of the heart. If somebody's coming at me with a knife, they're not unarmed. They are armed with a deadly weapon. And if somebody's coming at me with a deadly weapon, I can only assume their intent. Let's talk about this. And he is not the first person who has basically said for police to shoot people in the legs. I'm going to talk about this from a civilian context, not from a police context. Think about this, guys. There is no such thing as a non-lethal use of lethal force. Think about that. There's no such thing as a non-lethal use of lethal force. In the eyes of the law, me using a deadly weapon such as a firearm, me using a gun, a firearm, a pistol, in the eyes of the law, shooting somebody in the leg or the foot is just as bad as shooting them in the high thoracic or the ocular cavity. There's no such thing as a non-lethal use of lethal force. So that really doesn't make sense. Shooting them in the leg versus shooting them in the heart. Guys, that does not make any sense whatsoever. We got to remember, as civilians though, we do not shoot to kill. We shoot to stop the threat. Somebody is doing something that caused you to pull your gun and to shoot them, to use deadly force against that person for some reason. They are doing something to you. It's probably a good idea to get them to stop doing that thing that caused you to shoot them in the first place as quickly as possible. We don't have a license to kill, but we do have, given to us by our Creator and guaranteed to us by the Second Amendment, the right to defend ourselves. We have the right to life. So think about it, guys. There's no such thing as a non-lethal use of lethal force. Shooting somebody in the leg in the eyes of the law is just the same as shooting somebody in the heart or in the ocular cavity. And somebody doing something that is causing you to pull your firearm out in defense of your life to shoot them, our goal is to end the fight as quickly as we can. We have to force that fight to stop. You can't rely on pain compliance. You have to physically force that person to stop, preferably with massive blood loss. If y'all haven't seen my video about jiu-jitsu and stopping the threat, go ahead and check that out, guys. But that's essentially what we are doing when we stop the threat. We are causing massive blood loss. We are doing essentially a blood choke to the assailant with a gun. But I don't want to get political about this, but this is something that has been going on for and has been said for a long time. Why don't you shoot them in the leg? Why don't you shoot them in the shoulder? You didn't have to kill them. No, we don't shoot to kill. We shoot to stop the threat. And there is no such thing as a non-lethal use of lethal force. I appreciate you guys for watching. Remember, there's no such thing as a non-lethal use of lethal force, and we do not shoot to kill. We shoot to stop the threat. IDOL, immediate defense of life, that's when we use deadly force. And then the question shouldn't be, can I shoot him? It should be, do I have to shoot him? So just some things to think about, guys, some things to consider. Thanks again for watching. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. We would appreciate it. If you enjoy the video, you enjoy the content, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that bell notification. But nonetheless, guys, hang in there and be safe, be smart, be skilled. We'll catch you on the next one.